Hey there, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Cerise Fairfax, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I love you for joining me again. And if this is your first time here, I have videos every single day of the week on my YouTube channel. And today, Wednesdays, I talk about relationships. So today, we're going to talk about when he doesn't text you back or when she doesn't text you back. So let's just break it down. Let's listen to this guy first.
Do this when he doesn't text you back. Make him miss you. Now, when a man's distancing from you, now I don't mean like if he doesn't text back within a minute or two. If that's the case, maybe let's just give him a little bit longer. But if he's going hours and not texting you back, I would give you something to say. But the only problem with that is anything you say is going to come across as desperate. It'll either be a threat, if you don't text me back, we're through. It'll be like you're pleading with him. Why haven't you text me back? Please, please, please. Don't want that. Because one secret we know about men is that as much as men don't like to be yelled at or fussed at, what men hate is to be ignored. Yes, I know men say, oh, I love that. No, men don't mind doing it. But men hate it when it's done to them. And it's usually a lot longer than women would like to do it. So the idea is once he stops, if he's delaying you with it, ideally I would say cut your phone off, but I know that's not realistic. But really you want to, as much as you can, let go as far as his response, because at some point he's going to text you back. If he never texts you back, that's a different issue. But at some point he will, and then I want you to wait. I want you to start training him that when he takes you for granted, which is my biggest concern, you pull away. It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean you agree to it. It doesn't mean that I like it. It's that you never chase a distancer. When someone distances, I'm not saying they should, and you chase them, you can say stuff to them if that makes you feel good, but it's not going to actually bring them closer to you. What you do with distancers is you actually create more distance. Is it game playing? I guess it's game playing, but it's a lot more effective than having a talk, and he should be more mature, and he shouldn't do that. I agree with all those things, but he's doing them. And so what I'm offering you is what I found is what works better as opposed to what he should do. And again, if you don't like what he's doing and you're done with him, be done with him. That's fine. You don't have to, but this is if you want him, if you want to actually make an impact on this behavior.
All right. So there we have it. The expert says that you should ignore the person when they are not texting you back. I get where he's coming from because you don't want to leave messages over and over and look obsessive. You don't want to seem like you don't have control of your emotions. I get that 100%. And usually that should be the advice during a fight, during an argument with a couple that has already been established, a couple that have already been through it all. And you know what? If he does not return your text or she does not return your text, then that means that you have to give it time to rest. Let nature take its course. However, if this is somebody that's new in your life and they're not texting you back, chances are they're not interested. And yes, that may hurt, but most likely they are not interested. Of course, there's so many other reasons. So we can go through those right now. There's not a lot of them. Let's just go through a couple of them. One, he's very busy. He just doesn't have the time. And even though we may say, oh, it only takes a minute to leave one little 2-minute text message, even if it's a second text message to say, hey, just thinking about you, maybe he cannot do it. Maybe his days are so busy that it is just allotted. Text messages are allotted for the very morning time when he wakes up or nighttime when he's going to sleep. Hey, I'm a busy woman myself, and there's been times where I wake up in the morning and I roll over, even though I work from home. I roll over, I grab my cell phone immediately just to catch up on all my messages, and I may be busy for the first 3 hours. And then after that, I am busy answering all of the people that I just responded to. Okay, so if I wake up to like 30 messages, oh my gosh, I'm responding for the rest of that day to those messages. Sometimes even more messages than that. So let's keep it real. People do get busy. And sometimes people that have a business and they're running it on their own and they have no assistant, it's very tricky for them to be able to give the time to someone else who may not be as busy. That's one of the reasons, busy. But then there's another reason, and that could be that this person already has a relationship and they are being unfaithful, and they are definitely not in a position where they can be at your beck and call. So those are two main reasons, busy and another relationship. Now, of course, there's other reasons, and that person could be using substances and they could be on a binge, whether they're tipping their elbow or they're doing some other type of substance. A lot of the times it will take somebody's attention away because they are so busy serving their selfishness, if you will. So if he doesn't text you back, if she doesn't text you back, really the main reason usually is they're just not interested. Because let's face it, even though I do get busy, and even though a lot of people do get busy, if someone is very special in my life and there's somebody who I am dating and we've already made it clear that we are an item, I will definitely make time for them. Even if it's just a quick voice note, hey, I'm really busy, I'm going to get back to you when I can, right? Now, if a person doesn't get back to you, and this is a relationship that you already have been in, and you have been continuing with this type of behavior, then perhaps that is something that's called a green flag. A green flag for you to be able to get out, exit the relationship. Now, I'm not saying don't work on relationships. We should all work with people and give them the benefit of the doubt and give them love. Perhaps they have an issue that they need to deal with. But number one, you are not put in their life to be a counselor. Unless they are absolutely amazing and they're probably just going through something traumatizing. Like, let's say your relationship is relatively new and they lose something, and your partner loses something special, like a cat, a dog, a child, a parent, someone in their family. That's very traumatizing. So then you do have to step back a little bit and don't put the relationship first, but put the comfort first. Let them know that you're there for them and that if they need anything, you're right there. And be patient and be kind. But if this person has always done that, never gotten back to you, then you are not a priority. You are definitely not somebody who is number one in their life. Now, they may like you a lot, and there may not be anyone else in their life. But if they are not contributing to a healthy relationship with you, and they are making the relationship toxic, then they are showing you their true nature. And if you are a person that does not want to be in a toxic relationship, and you are a person that just wants something loving and healthy, a lot of communication, then that person may not be for you. And even though you may get along like a house on fire when you guys are together, and together it may be awesome when you guys are sharing time together, and then all of a sudden, when you're not together, the communication drops again. That could be because you guys are suited more as friends. And there's nothing wrong with that. Friends fall in love all the time. But sometimes people who are dating each other realize that, you know what, we're not really suited for each other, but let's still be friends. And that's healthy. So if you are a person that feels so distraught, you feel like you're being placed aside, you feel like you're just not being loved, and you feel like that person is not feeling you the way you are feeling them or treating you the way that you want to be treated, then you're going to have to perhaps view other options, explore other options, because the love for you is out there. And not only that, that person could be your number one waiting for you. Remember, communication is really a way that we can show love. It is a language of love because we have to communicate with the person that we're interested in. And it could be too that they're waiting for you to contact them, but if you already contacted them and they have not made the time to contact you back, because really communication is like cat and mouse. You give and you take, right? And if you're doing all the communicating, then yes, pull back a little bit. Now, this guy says, ignore the person. Don't talk to them because ignoring them is better than talking to them. If everything is out on the table, you've just gotten together and the person hasn't lost anyone, the person's not as busy, but the person just is not as communicative as you, then that does warrant a conversation. You do need to talk because you're not going to fix any situation by playing games. If that person, after you talk to them, does not change at all, talk to them again and just say, babe, I told you before how important communication is for me. And that helps to feed my love, my commitment towards you. That helps me to feel closer to you. Do you think maybe you can just start trying a little bit? Even just in the morning, shout out at me and say hi. It doesn't take a lot, but it means a lot. And if that person respects you, loves you, cherishes you, that person will at least change a slight bit. Now, they may not start communicating with you all day, every day, and they shouldn't have to if it's not their personality. But to reach out to you once in a while, that doesn't take personality. It doesn't take character. It takes respect and love. So be respected, be loved, speak up for yourself, and if nothing changes, then you may have to explore options. And not only that, make sure you tick all those boxes. Has this person taken you home yet? Has this person, does this person speak to you at nighttime? Does this person allow you to see their Instagram? Or is this person very secretive? There's so many indicators when a person does have someone else on the side. So once your feelings start telling you that, this is obviously something, then maybe you do need to just, again, explore other options. It's very clear when someone else has someone else, usually for the most part. And then, of course, if the person is just too busy and it doesn't fit within your lifestyle and it's something that you cannot deal with, then you will have to explore other options with somebody that has the time to offer you. And then, of course, the other reason, maybe the person lost someone, you have to be patient. And only God knows how long that patience will have to persist for, because it takes each person their own time to get past their pain and their hurt of losing something or someone special to them. So, again, I'm just going to say right now, chances are that person just doesn't want you, and that's okay, because they are leaving room in your life for that person that loves you and that's going to treat you amazingly well. All right? That's all. It's all it is. It's just waiting for the next bus to come. I'm Cerise. Please take a moment to click that like button and make sure when you subscribe, you also hit the bell that says all on it. That's free to do. And the reason why you do that is because you'll be notified when I upload a video again next Wednesday on relationships. But I do upload every day, and they're all different topics throughout the week. So join me. Take care of yourself, and huge hugs, loads of blessings, and loads of love. Speaking about relationships, take a look at these distant bracelets. They're for men and women. For those of you who have a loved one somewhere and you just want to be reminded of them every day and you want to share something the same. They are semi-precious gems. They're not plastic. They are real stone. And they're also stretchy so they can fit any wrist. They're wonderful to show your love and sentiment. Please contact the number on the screen via WhatsApp and make your order today.